I'm thinking about switching. Guys.
All right, I've begun the recording for Snaw Vayne Top Coaching, and I will be posting this on the internet. Here we go. All right, so the Darius
The games
matchup.
are
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the games are low master. All of them.
Low
pretty much.
master. Okay, sounds good. So when it comes to invading, you want to make sure that you are in here a lot sooner, because you want to find out if Darius cheeses your ass right away. Because if he's in here and he's cheesing your ass in here, you can at least go, probably pop flash, run away, base, and then now he's going to be slow pushing towards you, and at least you can still play League of Legends. But if you come in at 55 seconds and Darius is in here for some reason, you are fucked. So one of the first things they should do is right away go up to here and then juke back. See if he sticks his head out. Walk up, juke back. And then if he ever steps his head out, you just keep running away and then just leave. Because that's the one disadvantage about face checking to do this early cheese, is if you're face checking a Darius or a Riven or something, you need to like kind of like do that weird, like, you know what I mean? It's like you're trying to pull them out of the bush. And if you come in this late and they're actually in there, you're fucked. And with me making this strategy a lot more popular with my short form videos, I'm posting on Twitter even, people will sniff this out eventually. And they will start countering this 100%.
It did happen once, yeah.
Yes, right. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So right away, you want to try to get near the bush and try to pull someone out. And you want to be here, so you can see if the enemy jungler actually runs around. Like this area, like or whatever, shows up. And then that's when you know the cheese will successfully work. And yeah, but starting this late is really bad. Okay, first things first. You want to pop Ghost right away and ward this bush, which is correct. Good. You need to Q right away into his face. Because even if he fights back, he will not win. As long as you don't start tanking the blue buff, you will be fine. So keep that in mind. Yeah. If you Q into his face and he fights back, you pop Ghost and you kite back. And then now you play the spacing and tether game like this. Right here. That's the spacing and tethering game right there. Okay. Between you and Hecarim. And you should end up just winning no matter what, because Hecarim with just Q is really weak. Hey, that tower shot's bad. Oh! Nice. Yes, that is fine. Let's see. How could we play this better? You go in. You need to pop Ghost right away. You didn't Q right away. Because queuing right away means you put your Q on cooldown, which means your next Q becomes available. The faster you use something, the faster it comes up. So don't forget that. Where did you mess up here? You definitely messed up somewhere. Okay, boom. 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 You're running away when you shouldn't be. You should be moving towards where he wants to go. Because we already both established that if you guys just both big dick full all in each other, you should still win no matter what.
Yeah.
So you don't want to ever run away. You want to stay with him wherever he's going. So you're always in range.
Yeah, I literally played like Amon Jax or something.
And that tower shot's really bad because even if you get the auto there, you don't kill him. Your Q is not available to finish him because you didn't Q right away. Remember that first Q?
Yeah.
If you Q'd right away, yes, you can go tank this tower shot, auto him. Q, auto him, and if you're really sexy, you can flash over the wall before the next tower shot kills you, or you can just die. I think dying is the best option, personally. But that's up to you when you're there. So do you have any questions for this level 1 cheese?
Everything you said is accurate.
Okay. If they go this way, it's a 50-50 whether you'll kill them on the blast plant battle. If they go this way, they lose. They're dead. If they go this way, they're also dead. If they go this way, normally most junglers will flash over the wall. Or they'll go around the corner, and they'll live. And you might be able to kill them, I'm not sure. I've had one jungler go this way, and they just died. So, that doesn't work. So, the worst options for you is when they go this way, and this way. Because then a lot can happen when that happens. And, yeah. What? But you salvage the play, which is pretty good. Right here. Next time, okay? Next time. You have to recognize that you should run into the Darius and just die. Because right now you
Not
don't
pull
want to
the
pull this wave. Yes, this is a lesson for next time. So just run into him and start fighting him to the death. And then when the minions go past, you should be dead by then. But if you are dead by then, then you can run into tower. Your best bet here is to run this way. You want to get as far into this part as possible because you want the Darius to be pulled away from top lane as far as possible. And what that does is that makes it so that he has less time to be able to... He needs more time to get into the lane to get EXP. And the wave should still be slow pushing towards you. Which it is, as you can see.
I just fucked up the wave, yeah. Well, when I was watching the wave coming back to lane, I thought to myself that...
Yep, perfect. That's good. And here's the thing is, it's correct, yes. 2020 vision, which is being able to see the game back and be like, oh, I should have done that. But you have to be able to recognize it now moving forward in your games. If that happens again, that you don't make that same mistake again, and that's how you improve. Boom, improvement right there.
100%.
100%. You got the sauce. Okay. You come back to lane, which is good. Wave state is still slow pushing towards you, so you are lucky in that case. Good job. And now we just AFK. And right now, you know 1000%, 1,000,000%, Darius has no flash. Anyone can see this by just pressing tab for 1 second. So there's no instant flash angle, but there is a ghost rundown angle, so you have to keep that in mind. I'm sure you're aware, zone of influence is understanding the area somebody can impact. You're a Master's Hero player, you know. But for Darius and champions like Rammus and champions like Nasus and Set, it's the champion's entire body, and movement speed is the zone of influence. Being able to reach and catch up to you and use whatever ability that they're going to use to pull you in. Set E, Darius E, Nasus W, run you down with auto Qs. So your initial positioning against these champions have to be very pinpoint so that it almost deters them from wanting to go in on you. So make sure that you never overstep slightly further than you should in these matchups. 1 second, let me turn off my heater.
Sure.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's see. Way slow pushing towards us. We established that. There's no flash. We're just last hitting. Good. Good. Fight back. Right there, you messed up. You see that? Small mess up right there. Right?
I could have gone
Here.
back earlier.
Two you've seen the video, right? Or should I explain this?
Two opposite cars going
there you go.
in
You
the
got it.
other
You got it. You got it.
direction.
Okay. But yeah, right here, there's two cards that are moving the opposite direction for even 1 second. You're not coming back. You lost it. Right there, you can auto 1 time. Missed another opportunity. And yes, you are level 1 and he's level 2, but we've already established he has no flash. So even if he
He just can't get to me.
he just cannot get to you unless he ghosts. Oh my god. Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just slow, man. I'm just fucking slow. I swear. Like I don't have an explanation. I know, like I know exactly what you mean about like tethering game and everything, but I'm just too slow, man. It's not even like it's just execution, you know. Like at some point, it's like even though you understand it,
Yeah.
it's just a mechanical problem. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, and here's the thing is, I'm not absolutely perfect with this concept too, because remember, we're playing against players who are the same skill level as us, and they're doing the exact same thing to us. So you need to understand you're not always going to be perfect. But one thing that I will say though is this was not even close to like GM level. I feel like right here you walked up and you just got hooked for 0, where you should be sacking that cannon and just poking the Darius for sure. Because whenever you do a cheese like that, the level 1 cheese against Hecarim, you have to understand. You have to be willing to sacrifice because you got something else. You fucked the Hecarim clear. You got a kill. You got a cull. You cannot go for cannon like that. 100%. That's just bad decision making. Period. Better yet, I really dislike this positioning because look, if you run away, the fastest way like this, Darius goes like this. Do you see the problem here? He will catch up to you at some point. So what you should be doing here is putting your positioning here. So what if the straight run is like this? You see that? Now you're fine. There's no catch up angle. So your initial positioning here is very bad for just where you're standing to operate in this matchup. That's good.
You're saying I should like try to stay always in front line than my enemy, like the champion enemy.
No, what I'm saying is you need to be making sure that you are positioned in a way where it's like, if this guy decides to ever run towards you full speed, right, straight towards you, that when you turn around and run away full speed also, the turnaround that you're doing is directly towards your tower and directly away from the Darius. Notice how earlier, yes, you have a direct path to your tower, but if Darius runs straight towards you, he runs at you like this. And do you see that crossover that happens right here? That's the problem with this, with that initial positioning right here.
Yeah, it's like what you said in the video, like about the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no wall, I can keep running, but there is a wall.
Yes,
so.
hypothetically, yes. No. Well, there is no wall with where you were positioning earlier, but there was a crossover with if Darius ran directly straight towards you, that he would he would be able to catch you with the E eventually. Now in this particular case, you wanted the cannon, obviously, but the problem is now you're entering Darius E's zone of influence, which is very bad. You have to sacrifice this cannon and instead hold your spacing and auto the Darius, and then kite backwards. And then the spacing and tethering game is just being played like this. You sack the cannon. If it actually dies, then if it doesn't die, then congratulations. But you cannot auto the cannon, otherwise it is losing. Unless, okay, Sna, you said in your mind, Saskio, I'm going to auto this cannon, level my E, push him back, and get away with the cannon. If you're saying that you thought about that in your mind, then I can maybe agree with you, and now we can figure out how you can execute this play in the future.
I cannot say I thought about that.
Yes. So, as you can see, that's the problem. Is playing with intentionality. You every move that you make has to be like, I'm doing this because of this, and I know I won't get fucked because of this. Something like that. And then, of course, if you fuck up the mechanically, then we can review, right? Like, it's cool, because now you had the intention to do that. But right here, I don't think you had the intent to go for this cannon with the intent of leveling your E after you get it, and then pushing him away, just so you can win the cannon. I don't think you did it. Because if you did, I feel like you would have played it a bit differently. Maybe you would have arced yourself downwards here, auto, E, and then run all the way around to get back into the lane, right? Maybe. I don't know. So, there's a lot of things that can be discussed there, but the first thing is intentionality. It wasn't there.
Yeah, so right here I'm wrong. It's not this mechanical problem. It's just decision making.
Well, it's kind of both, but yeah. Yeah. And then there's that. What would I do here if I'm in your rabbit hole? Let's see. So let's see. I go on your rabbit hole. I feel like you E too late. No, the E's fine. I would Q right away. I'd panic Q. You kite backwards. I would keep running because you need to reset this minion aggression off of you, and then figure out your next move after. And your next move is honestly just to keep D-Blade and culling your HP back up slowly and shaving and holding the wave right here and just playing the game in a pretty safe position where you can't die. That's what you would do here. But by going forward here, look at this. You're still tanking minion aggression the entire time. You never reset it by backing up to here. And you're bleeding the entire time. So it's like double bad value. You're tanking minion aggression and you're tanking bleed. Whereas if you backed up and you only tanked bleed, it wouldn't be that bad. But if you want to Q forward, which is how you did it, you tried doing a Saskio sideways angle Q. I know exactly what you're trying to do. To try to get a max range auto after you finish your Q, but you did it wrong. But here's the thing, is that sideways Saskio Q, Vayne Q angle, at least there was intentionality behind it. Do you see that? because I know you watched me do that all the time to people. So then you're trying to do it yourself. So you tried to do something with intention, but you failed mechanically. But at least now we can look at why you failed mechanically. It's because you put it too much to the side instead of you should have put it more directly towards the Darius to get that auto. So do you see that?
Yeah.
You're actually able to improve on it now because there was intentionality behind that play. All right, let's keep going. All right, level 3 Darius. Yep, just chill, D-Blade call, shave the wave as much as you can. Your objective here is to shave the wave without bouncing it back. Wait for the next wave
swear,
and hold
like,
it right here.
In this situation, I had your voice in my head saying, "Okay, let's GG Blade and curl your HP back."
Holy
Oh
shit,
God,
I'm infecting people. Holy shit, fuck. Okay, let's keep going. Yep, let's D-Blade and color HP back up. Yep, we're gonna hold the wave right here, shave the wave as much as we can without bouncing it. It's all... right here, you cannot freeze, so yeah. I mean, you can't... No, you can't. You need refill potion here, and then you sacrifice both refill potions to hold the freeze, but you cannot here.
And he has X Flash, so it's too dangerous.
True. I mean, you could stand right here. Hex Flash goes here, and then the hook would only be this far. But you don't have refill potions, so it's really bad. Okay. 2-wave crash. Play with next wave. Darius still has ghost, so keep that in mind. Yep. Okay, right here. You need to play right when you see Darius right here. So you see him? You see him 100%. You need to immediately rotate up to here. Not here. But you need to see what Darius does. Because you need to be able to control this side of the map on the left-hand side. Because first of all, by standing on the left side of the map, you're further away from Hecarim gank if it does happen. So you have more time to stall before he gets his E off on you. And second of all, you don't want Darius to have access to these bushes because the second he does, in this exact situation, he will be able to fuck with you over and over again by sticking his head in and out with Qs, last hits, and you only have one ward that's coming up to be able to assist you with one of the bushes. So right now, you need to move here. If he forces himself into the bush, that should be 1 or 2 autos, and then you run away. And then now you re-arc yourself down to the right-hand side of the lane, and you play the lane from here. So you shouldn't be giving it for free, essentially. Unless he chooses to walk like this, then there's nothing you can do. So the first thing you should do right now is be positioned here. Make sure you see Darius if he ever walks like this. And then, if you see him walk like that, you fuck off. If he doesn't walk like this, but he plays in the outside of the lane, then you can walk up and posture to try to zone him. If he tries to play to catch you like this, then you just start kiting backwards, and you'll be fine. You'll eat him away, auto Q, yada yada yada, whatever.
I think I'm autopiloting way too much in
Oh,
lane. Like,
okay.
I don't contest enough space intentionally.
Yeah, there's a lot of tiny little details for Vayne that I don't explain in my videos that I'm just doing so subconsciously because it's something that's ingrained into like the way I play. But in this case, I need to explain it to you so that you can see. And it's also good for me because I get to also see what I'm thinking subconsciously and being able to explain it consciously now to you. But as you can see, notice how it's like a little fucked, right? But it's like, ooh. Hey, he could Hex Flash out of the bush, he could Ghost. I have no sums as Vayne, it's so fucked. If Hecarim's beneath me, I'm Omega fucked. Yeah. So, yeah, this is really hard to play.
I'm cooked.
Yeah, you are cooked here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Nah, you're dead.
Yeah. Tried to Q in, messed up. Used E. Maybe
you went ban for ban EE, which is not good. Okay, you tried going inside the Darius Q to take less damage. I understand your reasoning. Okay, right here. Here's the problem. So obviously we don't know where Hecarim is. Do we? I don't think we do. Okay. So you know Darius is in this bush, and we both know he has Hex Flash 1000%. Okay?
I 1000% forgot he had X Flash at this moment.
Ain't no fucking way. Did you acknowledge he also had Rex Tricks?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you acknowledge that? Good. So, that's something you have to acknowledge. Your best play here your best play is to hard hover right side of lane and pray to fucking God that Hecarim is not ganking you. That's all you can do. Okay? And even if he Hex Flash and Ghosts out of the bush, you still have time to be able to kite back with auto Q, drop an E on his head, keep kiting back, and he will catch up to you around here. But in that time, you would have done a lot of damage and maybe you might have won. That's the only thing you can do here.
And so what do you think about like actually just recalling and just let it freeze? Like is the gamble of Hecarim being here or not more valuable, like a better option than recalling, or recalling was actually a better option? If I don't see where if
you don't know where Hecarim is, you can recall here. This is a very unique scenario, by the way. I've never seen this scenario before where someone has Hex Flash like this. Like if he had no Hex Flash, none of this bullshit would be happening. You know what I mean? But he does have Hex Flash. Yes. In a high elo game, if this happens, you can also recall and grab boots, grab refill potion, and then come back to lane and then figure out your life from there, and then just get frozen on. Because at least then you still get to play League of Legends when you come back. You'll be down a level. Whatever. Not a big deal. Both options are fine.
No, I just gave him a kill and the scenario is the same. Wave is frozen, everything is terrible.
But the problem with this is just you're so close to him initially. That's the problem. Look how close you are. I would be over here. 100%. And if he Hex Flash ghosted, then he would catch up to me around over here. Somewhere over here. And then from there his ghost would be down, and then we'll see who has the better mid laner, and la-di-da-di-da from there. So that's what I would do, but you're just too close. That's the problem. And then you should have eaten him right away, just to see if he's not fast enough with the E trigger. But by waiting, remember, the longer you wait, the worse for you, because he can just pop Ghost. The Rectrix 354 MS versus 330 MS Vayne, even without his Ghost, he will catch up to you. So you have to just gamble that he is not good enough to E your E, and go ban for ban with the E. And then if you land your E, you just fucking keep running in a straight line and pray to God Hecarim isn't there, and Ahri has priority to come assist you. That's all you can do. You have no choice. You have to beg now.
Yeah.
Okay. At least the wave's bouncing back towards us. Oh, okay, you're pushing. Okay, not bad. Okay, this is fine. This is good. It's still okay. Okay. That's fine. Yep, you're playing well. One thing that you should do here is when you're obviously he's now overstayed. You want to keep him here on purpose. You have a good ward to be able to run if Hecarim starts coming. The Hecarim gank will be somewhere around here, the meetup point, when he ganks you. And you'll be fine. And you have Ghost soon, so you'll be able to turn the 1v2 if he does do it. What you should be doing right now is full autoing the wave without using your Q, and only use your Q when you're poking the Darius with auto to Q backwards, or to do a Saskia sideways Q to poke. And keep Darius in the lane 24/7 as long as you possibly can. That is your objective now for the rest of the lane. Until he force spaces, until a Hecarim ganks you for a 1v2, until your jungler tower dies with Darius, I don't know. But you want to keep him here. So start shoving.
I never know when I should like actually keep hard shoving or pulling the wave towards me and try to zone him off.
Yeah, this is just a unique scenario because now he's overstayed. Because he killed you and he didn't base. If I'm Darius and I killed you, I would have shaved the wave as much as I can without bouncing it back. Then I would have based, then came back, and then I'm happy to lane now again. I'm happy. That's what I would have done as Darius. Or I would have hard shoved the wave after I killed you and then also base too. That's fine too. Both options are fine. But he went with freeze and not base. So right now I should be hard shoving. And right now, notice how because he didn't hard shove, he gets to catch the entire wave. He didn't get punished at all, which is very bad.
I should have recalled and let the wave push towards me.
Where?
I think there was an angle. Here, maybe?
No, right here it should be hard shoving. This is your mistake. And right there you didn't turn.
Yeah.
That's a mistake right there too. Right. So he can use Darius Q. You go forward here, which is good. Another Darius Q. You perfectly kite hook. Now you turn.
No.
Now.
Yeah.
And that should be his HP over here. And then now you hard shove wave. If he stays, you know what to do if he stays. But if he doesn't stay, then he loses the wave. You get one plating, and then you take a base, and you're a happy man. That's it. But notice how you didn't push the wave. You kind of just chilling. And now you finally push the wave. And now he gets to catch the entire wave. And you lose. You don't lose anything, okay? But here's the thing is you didn't gain anything. Yeah, he didn't lose anything either. When we're playing Vayne, we want to be min-maxing as absolutely much as we can to try to fuck over our opponents and get as much as we can for ourselves. While you did get everything for yourself, you didn't deny him. And you even lost the plating because he didn't hard shove the wave for the plating. But it's still okay. Because the most important thing with Vayne is that the wave is never fucked. As you can see, the wave's still pushing towards us. So you're still fine. But you're just not min-maxing, that's it. I also want to preface
if you don't
this.
min-max in... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, I feel like at this elo, like low master and shit, you have to min-max everything, otherwise you just don't climb. Like, you
Oh,
don't win enough
100%.
games.
You're definitely entering the elo where you need to min-max everything. Master tier, Grandmaster, you're probably even playing against Challengers too. And especially when you get to Challenger, you need to be min-maxing every tiny thing. Because the other guy is now doing everything also optimally against you. So you need to be able to match him as much as you can. All the tiny little details. But here's one thing that I am really happy about you, okay? And your progress from the last time I got coaching. You realized one very important thing, and you said it out loud to me. You said, Saskio, you can teach me all the things in the world and I know everything, but I cannot do it sometimes. You said that yourself. And why that's so important is because you are 100 absolutely % correct. At some point, every person realizes with my coaching. That's why I put #1 mechanics, right? It's the most important thing. Is I can teach you all the bullshit in the world. Zoning, zone of influence, spacing and tethering, wave management, decision making. But if you cannot mechanically execute it with your hands and your brain, it doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
And you figured that out, which is very good. So that is unfortunately the one thing that I cannot coach. It's like maybe we can get into a 1v1 and run the same matchup over and over again, so that you can keep seeing me try to run at you with set or something, and then have you kite. But that's very superficial, right? It's not really real, but it's the closest thing we can get to that. But I'm very happy you figured that out.
I've done that once or twice, like with a friend when like I had issues with the Irelia. I told him like go 1v1 me a few times. Like it does help, to be honest. Like,
yeah, it does help. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, for sure. But I'm happy you figured that out because you don't have unrealistic expectations about this coaching now. Like right now, I'm feeding you all the correct information. This is all correct, by the way. But now the question is, can you do it in the game and live when you're in the middle of the game and there's a million things going through your mind already? Okay, let's keep going. Did you make a mistake here? Let me see. So you see Wukong. Wukong's coming. La-di-la-di-da. Okay. Okay. That's a mistake. So when you are playing against a Darius hook, you need to accept that if you're going to get hit by the hook, that you should not Q. Because I know you've done this before. Every Vayne player has done this before. They click Q, okay? But then they get hooked at the same time. Now how fucked are you after that? You see that? But if you tank the hook, and then he auto W's you, at least now you still have Q and E. So you have two things to escape him. But if you only Q, and that's gone, and you get hooked in, now you only have E, but we both clearly know the E's not enough once you get slowed, right? The Darius is catching up to you. So in that situation, in this exact situation right now, you should have just tanked it. Like, yes, it's okay to run backwards to escape the hook, but queuing is incorrect because here's the thing in this situation. If you get hooked, do you even die? Let's be honest. No, you don't die.
No, I don't die.
Because of this guy.
Double
You don't
subs,
die.
Wukong, everything.
And if you don't get hooked, let's say the best case scenario, you don't get hooked and you didn't queue here, now he's fucked.
The gank might not
The
work.
gank 100% works now because now you turn with Ghost ult, and then now you have Q to kite backwards if you think Darius goes forward, whatever it may be. Now, there is one scenario where queuing is good. It's when you know the hook is in his range, in range to hit you, and you think this Darius player is not fast enough or good enough to E before your Q comes out. Then yes, you tumble there. That is a human-based movement, okay? Where you're playing off the other man, not playing off of what is most likely to happen. And when you play like that, and you play off of the other man and the other guy behind the screen, you are relying on them essentially messing up, which is fine.
Messing up.
Because sometimes I do that. When I'm so far behind, you have no choice. You have to rely on the other man messing up. But the way I treat people in solo queue is I assume that they're AI robots, absolutely playing perfectly. Do you see that? So that's why I said right here, you should not queue, because this guy's a Darius player. He's the perfect player. He's going to E you at the perfect timing and land it, and you don't want to have your queue down. That's why I explained everything in that way. So unless you're telling me, Saskio, I think I'm gonna play off the man, then I would agree with you there. But I think right there you just made a mistake and you just panic queued. That's it. For you, it wasn't 100%. That deep. Yeah, but for me, I was able to see like the triple layers underneath that simple E on everything that can go wrong or everything that can go right there. Okay, next, you need to pop Ghost. Go. Ghost ult. Because with ult, you gain 90 MS towards him from your passive. And then with Ghost, you gain like a shit ton of MS. I don't know the exact number, but you already know. So the next thing you have to worry about is when you run towards him full speed, will he Q and try to turn on you with auto W after? Which I think even if he did that, it doesn't matter. Because you just E him right away. Or you just kite backwards. I don't know. But you'll be fine no matter what here. As long as you don't just stay melee distance of him the entire time. Good job.
Nah, the click back was terrible. Like I took the CS and clicked back at when Wukong was already here.
Oh my god, fine. Good enough.
I didn't know where was the
close enough, I guess. Not convincing, as you can see from my voice, right? What would I do here? Let me see. Okay, obviously I would have ghosted sooner. He would have died sooner. Okay. Okay, right here, this is what you do. You tell Wukong to push the wave. Ping, ping, help. And then what you do is you stand here and pull the wave, and then you base here. Unless you think Hecarim's coming.
Yeah, I had no idea where was Hecarim.
Okay, then you run this way. You just run around, that's it. Wukong will push the wave, and then you'll realize as you're running, it's like, oh, okay, well, and then you'll just start basing right here. But that was crazy. That you ran through 2 tower shots, full ramped up. But regardless, the wave is still pushing towards us. We are okay. This ward,
as long as the wave is pushing towards us, we are chilling.
Yep, as long as the wave is pushing towards us, we are chilling. That ward's okay. I'm not sure if you swatted Hecarim. I don't think you guys did ever swat him.
Yeah, we did. He killed Twitch.
Oh, he killed Twitch.
After
Okay, then that ward's useless then. You should not place that ward. You should just play right here. Unless you think Sona's coming. But if Sona's ganking you, like, what the fuck is Sona gonna do? Actually, no, she can kill you. I take that back. So if you think Sona's coming to kill you, then you can ward there. That's up to you. But if... I think you guys might have saw Sona bot too. I'm not sure. But yeah. There's a lot that's going through my mind here on why you would ward like that. because you already know the wave is 1000% going towards you. I've had situations where the wave's slow pushing towards me, and I'm wondering, do I walk up to try to get the 3 melees? Or do I play full safe AFK and lose these 3 melees but have no chance of getting ganked by whatever's coming from the river? So I don't have a solution to this, but just know that this play is very common, by the way. This exact play is very common to get ganked on. That's up to you to decide if you think you can get those 3 melees at the front or not, or you should just play full Omegalodon safe and say fuck it and just wait. Nice. Go, 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 go! Ah.
Too slow all the time.
Too slow. But you see what I'm talking about, right? For spacing and tethering?
Yeah.
When the angle... Oh! Go! It's so good. But here's the thing. When you go forward, he's going to go backwards. But then he's going to go forward again with this Q. You have to be able to call that and go backwards again. And once you dodge that Q, now you go full forward. You see that? It's over. There's nothing left. He's got nothing left. As long as you don't run full speed into his W auto, then you're fine.
Like,
Wow.
I'm not making excuses or what, but like since it's Ramadan, like when I play my games, I know I'm not 100% of my mechanical performance because my brain is slower.
Oh yeah, because you're not eating, right? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna assume that's not the case though, but I will keep that into consideration as I'm explaining. I'm trying to explain things objectively, rather than. But yeah, but something I shifted recently was in my coaching was instead of trying to be a military commander and trying to force things on people, I understand what people is going through when it comes to their actual gameplay and what they're thinking. I want you to know that it is perfectly okay to make mistakes and lose lane. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But you have to be able to review the game and objectively see why you did that, so you can fix that for next time if you have a growth-oriented mindset. And clearly, you do have a growth-oriented mindset because you're sitting in this call in the first place with me, even talking about any of this stuff. So take pride in VOD reviewing your own games, and take pride in being able to take notes of, okay, I did this wrong, I'm going to do this next time, and then now you do it next time, and you'll feel so fucking good next time. When you actually pull it off. Or if you do it wrong again, that's fine. You review it again. Take pride in that shit, right? But yeah, we keep going.
Like what's wrong is like what is wrong is not thinking about the mistake at all.
Yes,
like,
that is wrong. 100%.
Doing a mistake, actively thinking you're doing a mistake, doing it again, thinking again that you have to work on this mistake is like the good path. But once you just neglect the mistake and just don't think about it, like that's when you just throw yourself in the loophole. It's just all the time the same.
Especially if you have a growth-oriented mindset. If you don't care and you're playing for fun, then I don't care either, right? But that's not the case here. All right, what's happening here? Yeah, enemy Hecarim topside. Good luck, bro. Ooh. Kite back, kite back, kite back. Oh, shit! Oh, nice! Turn. Wow, I'm surprised that happened. By the way, if this happens next time, check your Krugs right away. This is your check Krugs right away. This is a very, very unique scenario, okay? I don't actually run into this one very often, where you cannot walk up to the wave like this. But right now your jungler's dead, and you clearly know Hecarim's topside. They just took Void Grubs. Your best bet here, if the Darius is not doing anything with the wave, and he's just AFKing, but you know you can't walk up. Farm Krugs, okay? Farm the little Krug to stall time. And in this case, if you walked into Krugs, you would have found Hecarim and started just fighting him, and then going from there. But don't use your ult.
I should even assume that Hecarim is there since my jungler is dead. Like
maybe
obviously the guy is gonna counter jungle.
Possibly, but right here, that I don't care about whether Hecarim's there or not. What I care about is you cannot do anything. So your only move here is to just go farm Krugs. And with the wave being even, you need to understand that you are level 7 and Darius is level 8. His minions are stronger than yours, so it will end up pushing towards you. And not even that, most human beings, when they realize the enemy laner is not there, they'll just start pushing the wave. That's just a natural human being thing to do. So he'll end up blasting these minions, which means they'll push towards you anyways. So your only bet here is just to farm Krogs. Farm the little Krogs first, kill the little one, pull it all the way up to here. Don't tank it. Kill the two little ones that spawn from this one. Let the big one reset. If he still hasn't pushed out, now you start farming the big one. You pull it this way, then you pull it this way, finish it over here, and then go catch the wave. If you notice that he starts hard shoving the wave, then you just come back. And then just soak up max range EXP here, and you're chilling.
See, I never think about the thing when the enemy is higher level than me, that his wave is stronger. Like, it's actually something really cool to know. Like, I just don't think about it at all.
I see. Fair enough. But walking up here, like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to bait a max range Darius hook, maybe. It might come out and then escape, but too risky. Right here, you need to ult right away. Good. Turn. I don't know why you attack Void Grub. You know, Mr. Snaw, you know. Darius already hooked you, 100%. He already E'd you. He already Q'd you. Right now, the spacing and tethering game has begun. The question we have to ask ourselves though is, do you know Hecarim has no ult? Yep, that's the question to ask. If you don't know, then you don't turn. You can turn for 2 autos, but you have to run away after. You are running at him like you know he has no ult. That's crazy. And the thing is if he Hecarim ults you, you cannot Q backwards. We both know this, 100%, right? You have to Q this way. You have no choice. Because if you Q backwards, he's going to overshoot his Hecarim ult for sure. Or he's going to overshoot it to where you're Qing. So your best bet is to Q forward, downwards at an angle, because that means you're kind of going past his Hecarim ult. If you Q this way, you might not be going past his Hecarim ult, and you might get sniped on the bottom part of his Hecarim ult. So a lot of things to keep in mind. I don't know what's going through your mind right now. Obviously, it's the Hecarim ult, but yeah, Qing like that will get you killed. Oh, you're trolling. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. He got a double Darius Q off. Okay, at least he has to kill. Hard shove the wave. Don't freeze here. Yep, hard shove base. Good. Wave bouncing back towards us. Not bad.
Not bad, he said.
That double Darius Q though, a little nasty.
Not bad was such a lie.
No, I'm saying not bad to the wave.
Yeah.
That's all I think about when we come back to lane. But the actual gameplay itself, I don't think I need to explain anything. You already know what went wrong.
My eyes almost bleed.
No, the cannon.
I mess up way too many CS. Way too many.
Like your last setting? Oh.
Yeah, my last setting is terrible.
Yeah. I don't ever bring up last setting. I'll say it once to every student. I'm like, your last setting is garbage. But to be fair, everyone's last setting is garbage. Okay? Let's see it. Okay, you're so far ahead it doesn't matter.
I should have clicked in.
Let's see, how would I do this? Let me see. Okay, so Darius hooks you. Cool. You E. Fight back. He messes up his Q. So yes, there's a 100% a chase angle here. Now, my question is what would you do if this guy just walked into the bush? That's my question right now. Darius
I think I
should just walk into the bush. You know what I mean?
Good luck, huh?
Yeah. Good luck you. Good luck you if you go in the bush. If he goes in the bush, you're so lucky. He did not just go in the bush. That is something that a lot of people need to do more against Vayne top players. Instead of trying to run away down the lane, just stand in the bush. Okay, stand in the next bush. Like when he enters this bush right here, he needs to go here right away. And then if he finds out you're in the bush, then he needs to go here. And then now you lose. You cannot do anything anymore because his next rotation of cooldowns are up. Okay, 2 objects moving the same direction, double the speed. So now you're literally kissing, which means you're going to tank his damage. You try to kite backwards. Now, here's the thing, my brother. if you're fully accepted that you are inside his face already, you may as well stay there if he's about to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may as well just stay there because the Darius Q does more on the outer ring. You may as well just stay inside of him and just keep poking him to death. Because here's the thing. The way I like to describe ranged into melee matchup is you need to be, as the ranged champion, 90% HP, while the enemy melee champion needs to be 30% HP. For you guys to fight melee distance, no spacing and tethering at all, for the ranged champion to barely win by 1 HP. And right now, those conditions are set. Not yet, they're not set yet. Okay, they're pretty much set. Kinda, right? Kinda. It's like a 80% to like a 40%-ish. Kinda close enough.
35.
So yeah, I think you're okay to just melee distance the entire time. When does Darius get back to lane? On tier 1 tower. Right here.
12, 16, he spawns. 12, 38. Pretty much.
No, not 12:38. Not 12:38. It's 20 seconds when he spawns. Obviously, he has 10-second death timer, so 20 plus 10. However, you get the -3 because of Swifty boots, so it's 12:34. He gets back to lane.
Okay.
And why is this important? I want you to answer that question right now.
So I can decide if I touch the plating or not.
Yep, 100%.
Hmm.
So you decide to touch. Nice. And lo and behold, 12. Wow, 12:33. That's crazy. Okay, never mind. I was off by 1 second.
Swifties.
Yeah, Swifties. And if he pops Yumus, it's
And
even
Yumu
faster.
maybe.
Yep. Okay, good. Base. But do you understand the 20-second rule? Very important. Okay, good.
So it's 20 seconds, and when they have level 2 boots, you
can -1 or 2.
remove... Okay.
Yep. And if they're playing Riven, they're even faster. Like Quinn's also like even faster at level 6. Like there's a lot of tiny things for each champion, but generally speaking, most champions with no crazy with regular movement, it's gonna be 20 seconds off base.
Okay.
And remember, every time you get closer to them too, into their jungle, the time increases even faster on how fast they will reach you. So if you ever invade after, keep in mind it might not be 20 seconds, it might be 14 seconds because you got their blue buff instead now. Wow, look at you! Respect. I respect this play. You were like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for Burke. I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out if they're there or not. Respect. Okay, evase. That was good. Good. Oh, you got proxied. Lesson learned, maybe? Would I see this play coming? Let me see. Let me think. His body language, if you look at it, is sprinting. So you see his body language? Body language?
Could be sprinting toward triple bush.
Maybe.
Triangle bush.
Well, this is a lesson for you next time. And a lesson for me too. That this could happen against Darius and Garen players. Because here's the thing. No, I have nothing to say. I think I would have pulled this Frieza too, and I think I would have got Proxy too. But against a Singed player, my brain is turned on, you know what I mean? But against a Darius player, my brain is not turned on to that play at all. So I would have made the same mistake you did.
Singed player, bro, just sack wave. Fuck him up.
Okay, this is fine. You stop chasing him, yep. And now just play the wave. Ooh, what the? I think you go ban for ban there. EE. You E, he E's. And then you trade spots where you get dinked back and he also gets dinked back, then you go from there. Because right now we're at quote-unquote late game team fighting, level 11 in this case. And you do not want to just absorb his E for free. You want to go ban for ban, and then you want to actually be able to fight him after that. Because he needs to be able to catch up to you. He needs a second to catch up to you after you trade E for E. But if you just tank it, he does too much damage to you right away. Which means he gets so many stacks on you, and then you're just dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh!
We're alive.
He made such an error here. Do you see that? Oh, what a mistake.
Messed up.
You thought Hecarim was gonna ult you, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this. You're doing the thing that I teach people. Look,
it's the bare minimum after watching.
He didn't even know. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, okay, my brother? It's too obvious, the second one, right? No Vayne is ever gonna queue this way, unless you think he's still Hecarim melting. But here's the thing. If he had Hecarim melt, he would have popped it already, right? 100%.
Yeah.
Unless you think it was coming up in 4 seconds, then, and you're still doing this bullshit, then sure, if that's going through your mind. But those slight arches for 1 split second could be the difference between you getting too close to his Hecarim Q or not. So you've now unlocked the next step of Saskio coaching, where the first one is most people who get coaching from me, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Don't even do the mind game that you're doing, right? But now you're doing the mind game that I'm doing. So then now the next step you've unlocked is it wrong to do it in that situation? And it could be, right? Could be wrong to do it in that situation. So that's your call. But good job. I have nothing else to say for that play. That was a good job. Oh my god, did you know Morgana was coming?
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
I'm out, bro.
My man wanted to hold on to his aura, so he ran all the way to tier 2 to make sure he held on to his aura instead of dying right here. That's crazy. Oh.
I did not expect Darius. Even though he just killed my mate.
Your eyeballs were right here, that's why. Okay, I know. Next time, if you want, you can turn around right now and go top lane. Because something a lot of people do is they overextend into situations like this where it becomes a little risky. And instead, like, what happens to you this game if you just run away right now and run top? Do you lose the game if you do this?
It's probably the option where I get the most golds. Like, even if I kill them both here, 600 golds, I just push 2 waves top and get plating, 600 golds.
Yeah.
Plus XP.
And especially since you're entering an elo where it's higher, the fact that you even killed Hecarim for free already, and now you have the opportunity to just run top and clear wave, is really massive in itself. So now this is going to start separating you from master tier and challenger, this level of decision making. Because right now, you, after you're killing Hecarim, running top, you don't lose the game for that. If anything, you're probably winning the game because you got the Hecarim. Now you get some plates, you get 2 waves, and then you fuck off in your base. Congratulations. But you tower diving these 2 could result in a mistake. There's too many things that can go wrong here in this exact play, so it's way safer to go for this play. So that is what you have to be able to understand next time when you are in a very similar situation, is to immediately fix wave right away. Right after a good play, fix wave, fix wave, fix wave. And you go from there. Because you cannot lose the game if you go fix wave. However, there are times where you have to grow some fucking balls and do some shit like this. Where the play is actually good, then you go for it. Right now,
I think...
Go ahead.
I think that these kind of plays are good in losing situations. Like
Yo,
when,
yeah,
when you're
100%,
hard losing the
100%.
game,
Yes.
like you get shutdowns or shit. But like when you are winning, you just keep you
Yep.
just give them a chance to go back.
Yep.
Come back.
You got it. Look at the wave, it's slow pushing toward them, so now they get to catch the wave.
Give 400 shutdown for no reason.
That too, sure, if you want to bring that up. So, by the way, there's no right or wrong answer. But I think you summed it up very well yourself, where if you're losing, go, 100%. If you're winning, take the free win and fuck off and play the wave,
Yeah.
and then you're happy.
Like, I think when you're winning games, you just need to take small wins to just keep winning the game.
Yep.
But once you're losing, you need big wins to come back.
Yep. Okay, in this particular matchup, I'm actually fine with going Hexblade second item, because if your ult is available 24/7, and you get movement speed when you ult, because Darius is a matchup where movement speed is king. So if you see an angle where Hexblade it might be higher value, feel free to go Hexblade. There's nothing wrong with it, okay?
Yeah.
In this matchup. Ooh! Where did he learn that? Where did he learn that? That's crazy.
After 1,000 hours of Saskia rewatch.
I love to see it. Hit the plant! Never mind, run away.
Stay in chilling.
For fun, E. Goodbye. I don't think there's a flash. Oh, no, you don't even have flash. Okay, you're dead.
That's not the Saskia juice. Again, no reason. I just fixed up and we're chilling.
Oh yeah, right here. Bye Twitch. Fucking full run, massive run as fast as you can to the tower. It's Jover. Or go here. So you play with Pyke, and then you stall out Darius Ghost Timer, and then maybe you Ahri and Pyke can do something. Because if you run straight to top here, you will get spam pinged by your teammates. Whereas if you run to Pyke, because the Twitch is 1000% dead, we both can click tab and see his summoner spells. He's not flashing over the wall. But we both know once this guy's dead, who's Darius going to turn to next, right? With all that movement speed pent up, anger, he's turning to your ass. You need to run. Remember, Zone of Influence applies to their entire body itself. So you need to be able to recognize here, oh shit, after this guy dies, my boy Toe Sucker 99, Darius is going to come running at me. And his Zone of Influence is so fast, his body, that I need to start running before he actually runs towards me. Which is going to be this way, if you want to play for Pyke, or upwards towards Wave, if you don't want to run through Scuttle Crab or play with Pyke.
I have an issue. I feel like I do not recognize enough losing situations. Like when I play Z, I can already tell that a scenario is losing or no. But when I play Vayne, in my head I can win every scenario.
You know what? I like that. That's good. Good. That means I've done good
but
influence on you.
Way too much.
But that means it's also bad at the same time, because that's a double-edged sword. You see that?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You're master tier. I would rather have you have that problem than not have that problem in the first place. Because if you don't have that problem, that means you're playing like a bitch and you're playing safe the entire time. But at least you can have that like wolf mindset where it's like, I'm winning everything no matter what. And clearly that has led to you being master tier. So, which is good. But obviously we're not done. The job's not done, right? We need to get to challenger. GM challenger.
Yep.
So, yeah. So that's good. But that comes with experience, is the best way for me to put it. Over time, you'll be able to recognize very similar patterns and scenarios over and over again, which I know you've already been going through anyways. Like, I don't have to say that. Alright, you're doing the Saskia Gambit. You're bot lane. If they send multiple, you run away, or maybe you 1v2, 1v3, your team does Baron. That's the theory behind it. Or if you're against a 1v1 matchup that you can kill them. If you cannot kill them, you push in, and then you rotate over to your team, and then you have a numbers advantage while the enemy follows you after they clear the wave. You already know you know the deal. You base in this case, you run mid, so you play around Baron for a second. Now the question is do you run bot lane and start fixing bot wave, or do you stay here in anticipation that someone dies? Right here, you need to run bot lane.
Tell me I'm going bot.
Yep. This is wrong to run around. Let's look at your teammates. Pike here. Wukong is only respawning in 5. Unless you think they're doing Baron right now as we're speaking. But you already see Baron, so why? Right? There's no point. You gotta run bot lane. Ah, the classic. We go bot lane and then they die mid lane. That's crazy.
Classic.
The classic. El clásico. El
Game night as
clásico.
well.
Good luck. What the hell? Okay. 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 Oh, it tumbled through. Sona. Oh! My boy Sna!
Yes, sir.
Everyone thinks Switch carried that? No, Sna carried that. I can already see. I already
They
see.
don't know.
Holy shit. I would have played that differently though, but... Okay, right here, I would tumble into Sona and finish her. And then start moving towards my Twitch. But that's how I would play it. This is where you can argue that I'm wrong, because now you're on the same level as me here, to even reach this point in the first place. But that's up to you, right? That's just how I would do it, because I would finish her off, get my Triumph proc, remove her from the map because so she can't start WEing everyone and queuing all over the place, and then you start transitioning from there.
Well. Yeah.
Pardon?
Get the R reset as well.
Oh yes, that's also very important that people forget about. Yes. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay. Aside from that, I have nothing else to say. Good job. The one problem though was, I think your balls were really small here when the MF Q'd you, and you did nothing. I'm not sure if you were like, you've already acknowledged there's 4 over here, in this area. There's 1 over here, and the 1 is MF. So
I was too slow to trigger the.
she Q'd you, then she ran a couple steps, then you finally pulled the trigger. Whereas I feel like I would have just boom instantly, no fucks given. If anything, even E her into this wall right away, and then go from there. But yeah, that was well played. Okay, this is a classic.
Throwing.
Yeah, this is a Saskio Gambit's accepted bad play. There's literally nothing for your team. Look at wave states. Twitch is pushing mid for free. No one is showing bot lane. Wukong is literally on Krugs. Where are they going, my brother? Where are they going? I have to ask. That's all I have to ask you. They're clearly running top lane. You need to leave. 100%. In this situation, don't kite towards MF. Kite upwards, because what that does is that makes you move away from MF and away from Sona, and you hold a 1v1 against Darius for a little bit longer, and maybe if he fucks up his E and panics it, you might be able to kill him. Or run away, I'm not sure. But obviously you're boned in this situation, but I'm just trying to make the best out of it, you know what I mean? Or you might be able to do something.
Yeah, they could have been an angle where I killed Darius.
Maybe. But you have to rely on him messing up for you to win that. But when you are in desperate times, and that's clearly a desperate time because you put yourself in that position in the first place, you have to rely on things like that to win. Okay, you run straight to Dragon. This is the correct play. You choose to hover mid because you're scared Twitch and Pike will do dumb shit instead of pushing one-way bot. That is perfectly fine. So, something that you will run into in Master Tier Plus, I need to type this out because now this is important, is there's the robotic play versus the human play. And I don't have a solution to this, okay? Because this is a problem that you will run into until the end of time. Now, let me explain the robotic play. The robotic play in League of Legends is, right there, if Twitch and Pike does not get caught, right, and you push out this bot wave, you get another wave of EXP and gold. Then you rotate and you're here perfectly on time. Do you see that? Perfectly on time to fight the dragon, la-di-da-di-da. And you pressure bot wave 1 wave, so they're forced to respond. If they don't respond, they lose the wave. And now they're down 1 wave. So that's a robotic play. And that's assuming Twitch and Pike doesn't die. Now the human play now is if you think Twitch and Pike are gonna get caught, but if you are there, you will save the play. That's the human play. But if nothing happens, when you rotate for the human play, you've lost the wave. Do you see that? It's done, GG. And the robotic play, if you go bot and you make the robotic play, but your teammates die, you also lose the dragon. So it is a... I don't have the right answer for you. I'm just telling you that you will run into this problem, and I know you already have. I don't need to ask. You already ran into this problem a million times already. This is your call based on the state of the game and the mentals of each player that you based on what they're typing, they're pinging, and their history of the entire game already. You need to look at their history. What's the track record for the last 27 minutes of these two players? And you make your decision from there. Also, the importance of objective is also important too. If this was 4th dragon, I would not go bot tower there. Bot minions. I would just force group, because 4th dragon is so important. So those are things to keep in mind. You have to make your decision based on each individual game you're playing in. That's it.
This has to be the only right answer. Like, you just need to read the game. Like, after 27 minutes of the game, you just need to understand if the right, like, if they're gonna not die or die.
Yep.
That's all.
Twitch, hello? 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 What is Wukong doing?
Yeah, I was pissed. I regretted so much not going into to Darius 1v1. I thought to myself, like, I had such a good positioning, I'm just gonna wait like the fight to explode and just flank everyone. But it didn't, never happened.
So you see MF right here. You see him. You 100% acknowledge that, I hope.
Yeah, I did.
Yep, it's been seen. You see Darius. Pike is in an okay position. Wukong's doing blue. Ari's far. Twitch is protecting mid. If you go on this guy, Packram is going to ult you soon. Pike will kind of zone these two. I don't know what would happen here if you went. I don't know if it's the right call. I don't know. There's just too much to calculate here. What I do know, though, is this position only works now once they go to Dragon if they engage on your team right here and they create the Circle of Doom right here. And if the Circle of Doom is right here, where everyone is in that area fighting and firing all their abilities in here, then you come in, you can now start wailing on people from the side, which means now they need to focus their attention also over here. And if they don't, they also die, which means it's a winning fight for you. So there's a lot going on here that is really hard to analyze.
The thing I remember, like, going through my head here is, okay, all I need is Twitch to get invisible, and I'm just gonna take focus for him, and he's gonna wipe out everyone, because my Twitch is, like, super fed. And, like, I just wanted, like, Wukong or Pike or anyone just to be seen, and I was gonna pull the trigger and give Twitch the space to fight.
Yep.
He just didn't come.
An alternative play here is run bot.
Yeah.
Like this, because you already acknowledge MF is bot. At least that's public information, right? That MF is bot lane. And the fact that Darius didn't respond to you means there's no vision on the side of the map, unless you think they placed the ward here, which is the weirdest ward to place on blue side ever. No one would ward like that, right? Ever. So flanking here is really good because that gives Wukong the confidence to go on MF. And now you create the attention in this area right here when MF gets engaged on. And then all their fucking abilities are flying this way. And now Twitch and Ari and Pike can come in late to the fight. And you can go from there. So that's an alternative too. Very hard to call in the moment. Very hard. But this is its experience, right?
I did think about it.
Okay.
I know I thought about going to MF. But then
I'm
I
surprised.
thought to myself,
This is what Wukong's supposed to do, by the way. He's supposed to just go pull the trigger. That's it. W, E, Q, ult. Okay, cool. Ari fights the Darius, Twitch fights the Darius, and then you come in and kill Darius. Wukong dies 1v4. You guys kill Darius 1v4 and then good luck after, whoever wins the 4v4. That's what's supposed to happen. Nice.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
So you see one top for sure. You know Hecarim's dead. You know 3 can be bought. Good. You let top clear. 5 can be here now. You need to run away. Ah, GG. You know, at this stage of the game, you can just group and stop with the bullshit, the side laning. Because the problem is obviously the objective here is this. Unless you want to pull for Baron, right? Then you can go down here, yes. But if you think you're playing for mid inhib, you should just group mid and then just go from there. And then just coin flip 5v5. Because now we're reaching a stage of the game where it's like the split pushing might not work because the 2 lanes that you're playing for is too close, mid and bot. If it's bot and Baron, then that's fine. There's a lot of space. Okay, Baron spawning in 5. You're on the opposite side. Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Morgana's not there. 5v4. You rotate top side to avoid any initial engage. Good. You just said fuck it and just wanted a base. I respect it. Sacrifice the Twitch. That's fine. Okay, good. Good. Push mid. Take mid on him. Base. Okay, you're doing a Saskia engage. I respect the attempt. I respect it. That's something I would do too.
Like, I feel like this kind of plays are really high value. Like if we have Baron and if the plays works out, we probably end the game of it.
Yep. Team dies. Okay, classic. Saskia engage. Here we go. Good. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, now there's not much to bot review anymore. It's just the game is just whoever has better team decision making, which I can't analyze anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's too many variables.
We lost, huh? Like now I'm watching, I'm thinking how we did end up losing.
Oh, you guys lost the game? Okay.
Yeah, 37 minutes. Classic.
At some point, it's just who has better team fighting. That's it.
Too many mistakes. Yeah, but like too many mistakes before.
Okay. Okay, GG. Okay. Let me end the recording. Actually, is there anything for me to say? I didn't have to explain everything again because you already know all this stuff. Like, you're playing the wave management perfectly. For you, it's literally exactly what you said. You know everything already, which is good. You just have to be able to execute it in the moment relative to each matchup. Notice how in this coaching session, I talked specifically about the scenario for your game, right? Hex Flash, Darius, like all the spacing for him. And I didn't have to talk about general ideas because now with master tier and GM level coaching, we're reaching a point where we're just sitting here picking at sticks and stones all day. Oh, you should have stood here. Oh, you missed that small opportunity there. Because there's nothing left to talk about. There's no big concepts for me to talk about because you already know them. So you will feel during these coaching sessions, it will become very, how do I put it, repetitive, because it is repetitive now. Because now all we're doing is just practicing the
like,
same concepts over and over again.
see, like the fact with like coaching right now, I know I can pretty much get at least half of it by my own if I just review my game and shit. But having someone better, like actually understand the game, tell you to do so, it just makes it easier to work, like to work it on myself.
Yep, 100%. Let me end the recording. That was a good session. I'm gonna end it.